Superheroes are illegal.
We want to fight bad guys. It defines who I am.
We're not saying you have... What?
Someone on TV said.
Incredibles 2 hits theaters this weekend, 14 years after the original hit the big screen. With more on this and other new releases, I want to bring in Richard Crouse, film critic and host of Pop Life. Good morning. Nice to see you. It's been a couple weeks.
It has.
Boy, speaking of time, 14 years since we saw the last Incredibles.
It seems unbelievable. If you took your 5-year-old to see it, they'd be 19 now and probably not... and probably not interested in going to the movies with you anymore. Incredibles 2 is a continuation. It picks up immediately where the last one left off. The superhero world has changed a little bit, though, since the first movie came out. So when the first movie came out, the idea of superheroes with a family life and you know, some conflicts and that kind of thing was new. We hadn't really seen that before. Cut to 14 years later, there are Avengers films and all the DC movies and everything that's come on the big screen and on television that deal with the personal lives of superheroes. So for me, I kind of felt, oh, this idea, which was once so fresh and new, is no longer so fresh and new. The movie looks fantastic. The animation is pristine. It's a Pixar film, so of course it is. You've got interesting voice work by the original cast. Samuel L. Jackson is back, Craig T. Nelson, Holly Hunter, everyone there, the original director, Brad Bird. But it just, to me, felt like I had been there and done that. Having said that, though, I think that fans of the original movie will love seeing these characters again. We'll get some good, solid laughs out of it. It's for the whole family. And this movie works best when it's about the family and not about the big action sequences and all that kind of thing, because, again, we've seen all that stuff. Show me the family stuff, and I'm happy.
Okay, so we gave The Incredibles
2.5 out of 5.
2.5 stars. Okay, this next movie is based on what? A true story.
It is.
Tag.
This is based on a true story of tag that has been going on for decades. So a group of friends in the U.S., the Wall Street Journal has chronicled this and covered the story top to bottom. A group of friends in the U.S. started playing tag when they were teenagers, and they're still doing it. And they ambush one another for 1 month a year. They will ambush one another. They dress in disguise. They go to extremes, but reasonable extremes, to keep this game of tag alive. The movie, starring John Hamm and Jeremy Renner and Hannibal Buress and a few others, Isla Fisher is in here as well, takes it way to extremes. And that's where the movie kind of lost me. I liked the idea that you've got these group of friends that has this thing that connects them, that keeps them going. It's childish, but it's the thing that they're holding on to. They've all gone on to success in their lives, but this is the thing that they feel passionate about, and I love the sort of the male bonding, all that kind of stuff. But by the time they're simulating war crimes to get information to find one of the guys that they need to tag, I thought, okay, we've gone just a little bit too far. So then, at the end of the movie, you see documentary footage.
Are you giving something away?
No, I'm not at all. You see documentary footage of the real guys.
Okay.
And it's charming and it's funny, and they're dressing up like women so they can sneak up on one another. They're in airports. There's a couple of really funny things, and the audience really responded to it. So I was thinking, you know, maybe a documentary about the real guys might have been a little bit more entertaining than the movie starring John Hamm. But I have to say, Hannibal Buress, who is one of the friends in the film here, steals the movie.
Really?
Deadpan delivery, so funny. He gets the movie's biggest laugh. So I gave this one 2.5 out of 5 as well.
I would play tag with John Hamm.
I know you would. I know you would.
All right, let's move on to Beast, which is the most highly rated film of the week.
And it is 100% John Hamm free. So
no, I'm not interested.
I know you're not, but I'll tell you about it anyway. This is a really interesting English movie set in the Channel Islands about a young woman. She's troubled. She's 27 years old. Something happened in her past. And on the night of her 27th birthday, she meets Pascal, and they fall immediately in love. They are star-crossed lovers. They are meant to be together. Trouble is, he may or may not be a serial killer. And as may or may not be a serial killer. And as their relationship goes on, you have to wonder why the movie wasn't called Beasts instead of just Beast. Maybe there's more than one. So it's a really interesting movie that is a thriller. It has tremendous performances from a woman named Jessie Buckley and Johnny Flynn, who plays the man in this, Pascal. These are solid performances that you don't know quite where they're going. She manages to be vulnerable and ferocious at the same time. It ends on a note that made my jaw hang open, and I give it 4 to 5 stars. This is from a filmmaker named Michael Pierce. He's directed commercials and things like that before his first film, and I want to see what he does next because this is really interesting stuff.
Interesting. Oh, is this in wide release?
Wide-ish release.
Okay,
Yeah, you'll
right.
have to poke around a little bit, but it won't be that hard to find.
Okay, we look forward to 2 more movies next week.
Absolutely.
Richard Crouse, film critic and host of Pop Life.